Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the press conference. And yeah, Stanley Cup champions, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Isn't that a wonderful statement to say? We had a big off season, but we had a bigger regular season, right? 24-25 was great to us. We won a Stanley Cup. We're champions. Now we need to focus, buckle down, and put that behind us. You know, we'll have one more celebration at our home game, but other than that, we need to put this behind us like it never happened, move on, and get our second Stanley Cup. Because now that we've got one, we're hungry for more. And we've had a big offseason with our signings. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna check in on that. And I know there's been some buzz around picking up Jesse Puljujarvi in the social media, and Taylor Radish. There was some feelings that between those two, people thought we should have kept Connor Brown on the squad. We went youth and great potential with those two. They were in our price range of what we wanted to pay. We did not want to pay Connor Brown $5.5-6 million. Yes, he did great for us in the season that Edmonton beat us out of the Stanley Cup finals, but Jesse Puljujarvi and Taylor Radish and even Wade Allison will be three guys that really help push us forward. And then we got our core, Bedard, Thomas, Johansson. They do everything that we need them to do, and we're excited to see these guys push forward and just have a fantastic career with this club. As you're aware, we did lock in Connor Bedard this year. We don't have to worry about him going to RFA at the end of his contract year this year. We locked him in for 8 years, $10.9 million. Very good contract for both parties. He's going to make a ton of money here, and we're gonna have a ton of success here with him here. So it was great to see Connor Bedard lock down and decide to stay in Toronto. I know there was whisperings about him wanting to go to Chicago, but he signed and stayed in Toronto here, so that's good. Robert Thomas, we got him under a long contract, so again, that's good. And Oscar Johansson, next year, right after this year, we are going to work on getting him locked because we don't want him to go to RFA, just like we didn't want Connor Bedard to go to RFA. We want these two players to stay on our team until they retire and just get as many points as they can. With all that buzz around the pickups between Jesse Puljujarvi and Wade Allison and Taylor Radish, that's why we had to do the things we did. So I hope you guys do understand our moves, and hope you support them, and I hope you watch us win another Stanley Cup, because we only win Stanley Cups around here. We're going for our second one, guys. Now that we got that monkey off the back, it's all the way to the house every single year, and we're creating something here to do that. So thank you for coming to this press conference, but let's get into this regular season and wish the boys luck. So we'll just go over the lines here. Johansson, Bedard, Puljujarvi, new addition Puljujarvi. He'll be taking the reins there on that first line for at least now. We got Gunther, Thomas, Olofsson, Lundstrom, Stevenson, Radish, Janot, Raquel, and Allison. Very good 12 players that'll help take us deep. And then our defense, we got Sandin, D'Angelo, Soderstrom, Hanifin, Kaminsky, and Allen. The Kaminsky and Allen, they don't seem to be gelling well. We're going to have to leave that right now as it is. But hopefully these two kids can get past that. If one can develop better than the other, maybe we can start moving one up. Maybe bringing Hanifin down, but that doesn't really seem to help. Maybe they're just not a fit for this coaching staff. Even if we bring Allen up, it kind of simmers it a little bit. But these two might, or Kaminsky just might not be a fit for this coaching staff. We might have to move on from him, but we'll wait and see. We'll give it another year before we do anything drastic. Had a very basic preseason. First two games are on the road, so we're just going to sim past them. And then we're going to go to our first home game, which is versus Washington, who is currently 0-2. No shot we're going to miss our Stanley Cup celebration. And we're going to just see that beautiful banner, and then we're going to go sim the game. But it is, without a doubt, the most upsetting thing that they don't show us that. Not gonna lie, that was extremely upsetting. I thought they were gonna show the Stanley Cup banner raising and any of the good stuff, but they didn't show anything, right? We didn't miss a home game, preseason. And then we got at Detroit and at Montreal, and then versus us. So that was upsetting. I thought we would have got to see some sort of Stanley Cup celebration. But, we'll push past it. We won't let that bug us. And we'll just sim the rest of October and see where we stand. As we are winning lots of games, Ilya Samsonov is back in the lineup, which is nice. And then Lundstrom would like to have a conversation with me. Right now, I don't feel like 13 minutes a night is enough. We're going to have to persuade you because I feel like this is a winning group. and we have to put the team first. I'm a team player. I will not let... Exactly. Nice to see it. We don't need to bump you up or down. We just want you to stay where you are and play good hockey. So now Chandler Stevenson wants a conversation. 13 minutes is not enough. We're going to persuade you. Be a team player. Okay. Yeah, Chandler, you want to be that way? Fine. That's for me to decide, bud. You play third line and you enjoy it. You don't want to be here? We can work something out. But we're winning. It's hard for me to make changes when we're winning, you know? We're 6-1 right now, and Chandler Stevenson wants to shake it up. 7-1. We're 7-1 after the month of October, and Stevenson's not going to be getting enough ice time. How can the team get better, Stevenson? You bring that up again, you're gone. You're gonskis. All right, we beat Vancouver. We lose to Vegas. We beat Ottawa. Going into Pittsburgh now. We beat Pittsburgh, which is nice. Drakovic just suffered an injury. Hopefully that doesn't hurt our AHL team. And he is back now, so it didn't hurt them for long. And we continue on the massive winning streak as Jesse Puljujärvi goes down, but we've got enough offensive power that we should be able to pull through the Puljujärvi injury. Chandler Stevenson wants to have another conversation. Right now, I don't think I'm performing at my best. I think you're just fine. We're not giving you more ice time, Chandler. I'm not certain I can snap out of it. Okay, it's time for Chandler Stevenson to go. He's been a problem. He's been whining ever since the start of the year. And I think it might be time to move on from him. As we're 17-5-1, we're going to have to see where Chandler Stevenson is on our squad. Robert Thomas leading the pack. That's probably the most fantastic thing I could see. Big pickup at trade deadline day last year. We suffered him being injured the entire season after trade deadline and the majority of the playoffs. But he is back healthy and making it look like a fantastic pickup. Connor Bedard, Oscar Johansson, both off to very slow starts. Chandler Stevenson not doing enough to warrant being how he's being right now. So we're going to move on from Stevenson. We're going to see who wants him and for what Anaheim is, but you know, we'd have to take a chunk of money back. Now $5 million. Now we're looking for somebody here that is going to be willing to play third line minutes, help our team out, and not be a baby about it, but not costing us more than $5 million. Now we could grab Kapanen. He wants to be a top six, I get it. We could grab Kapanen, put him on the wing, put Lundstrom back up the middle, and everybody is happier. Chicago wants him, Stevenson. What do they got? Do we try to get Rybone? Get Ryan O'Reilly in there? A little bit more money. He's got 2 more years left, but that messes up under the cap for next year. I'm not a fan of that. That shouldn't be an issue. 83 overall. Logan Brown, 6'6", third liner. This guy might be right what we're looking for. Try to get Chicago to sweeten it just a little bit. They did not like the sweetener. Maybe we go just a third rounder. We probably could have got more, but we're okay with that. Robert Thomas does not like Chandler Stevenson leaving. Well, boys, I'm going to tell you, Chandler Stevenson didn't want to play here. I didn't want to have those conversations with you now, but he did not want to play here. It did shake things up a little bit. It got Max Jones back in the lineup. The player we did pick up, though, right now is a scratch. He's there to cover injuries, but we get that Chandler Stevenson out of here who didn't want to play here. So we'll move on from that. And we'll get Max Jones and them going, and everyone will be happier. Going into December, we start with a shootout loss, and it's tough. And we go back-to-back losses, one against Nashville now. And we lose to Arizona. Okay, Stevenson might have been not a good player to get rid of, but the boys just need to adjust. They need to get rolling again. You know, we were 17-2 or 17-4 or whatever we were, and we made a big shift to the locker room when they thought we were doing fantastic. But Stevenson wasn't happy, and we didn't want him bringing down the morale of the boys. I feel like if we move on from Max Jones for a third and a fifth, that also gets... no, we got to decline that because he saves us money. Samsonov is back. We're still 21-8. We're still doing fantastic, even though we lost again. Those losses really brought us down. But we need to get past it. Dylan Gunther. I don't think I'm performing right now. Agreed. Don't you ask for more ice time. We'll get you line mates. We need to figure something out with Dylan. We want him buzzing along, but I just don't know what to do here. We don't know what to do. Getting rid of Chandler Stevenson seems to have thrown a little bit of a wrench into what we had going. So we need a right winger that's not going to take Puljujärvi off the first line, or that might take Puljujärvi off the first line, but we can afford. And that's going to be the tough part. Pretty aggressive. Okay, we made that happen. All right, let's go see now if Dylan Guenther is going to be happy with the way we shuck up these lines. And the lines didn't move. Owen Tippett and a second for Edmonton's first, and Olofsson doesn't happen. We do got to shake things up, so we're just going to go Olofsson and a first for Tippett. And Guenther now is complaining that we got rid of a player that he wanted. So this guy is just not going to be happy. We're not going to make him happy. But we did make the team better. So hopefully the boys see that and everyone sees it. Hard to believe a team is just rattling the lineup. Thank you for giving me a chance with a different teammate. No problem. I'm here for you, bud. I'm here for you. Now go out there and tear it up. And let's get this team rolling again on the winning category. On the winning sheet. As we go back-to-back wins since the trade. We do lose to Montreal, but that's okay. We'll just persuade you. We'll just persuade you. Thanks for the confidence. We're not giving you a new line mate, bud. No promises your way. Now, we are losing a lot, but, you know, we're still 26-13. Not terrible, but we need to be better. We need to be better. Coming in here to the end of the month, we are currently 29-15. Can we finish the month strong? We do. 30-15. We finished the month strong, which is nice because we're heading into February where people will be gearing up to look at trade deadline, and I feel like we've done everything we need to do. We are 2 points out of first to the Panthers. Ugh. We're going to go straight to the day before trade deadline, and we'll see if we have to make any shifts or any moves before then. If we stay in and around the shape we're in, we're just fine to stay where we are. This week and a half off is nice. It's gonna help everyone heal up, which is what we're going through right now. Everyone is healing up, and we're still looking at a huge record right now at 31-17-6. Kaminsky did get injured right before coming back, so like, what was he doing? Riding bikes? What was he doing? Breaking news: the head coach of the San Jose Sharks has been fired. Kaminsky is back from injury, and we're still just winning games. As we lose to the Sharks, we got a nice 3-day break, and then we have the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to try to persuade Puljujärvi because we don't want to do anything there. You need to figure it out, bud. You need to figure it out. We lost to Edmonton. Puljujärvi just couldn't do it. And then we go on a heater of 3 losing streak. Oh, that's terrible. Pull ourselves around, and we do. We get the big win, and we go into St. Louis. We lose to St. Louis. That's tough. Now we have Boston. We do win to Boston. And we're going to sim past the trade deadline as there is nothing we currently need. Going to move past the month of March, hopefully pulling away at least a record of 40 in the month of March. The boys are depressed. They are depressed. But we get a big win. 2 wins. All right. Everything's cooking now. Like we said, we wanted to get into at least the 40 range before we finish the month of March. And we are 1 win away from doing that with 4 games to go. So if we can get 2 wins here, which we did hit 40, we hit 41, and now we're going to see if we can get into that 42-43 range with these 2 games right here. We win that game 1-0, nail biter of a game. Then we go to Colorado, we win that. 43 games we have won before we start the month of April. Still not enough to get us over the Panthers, as they have 98 points and we only have 92. We will sim the end of the year. So let's see how everyone's doing. Connor Bedard, 74 games, 73 points. What happened to Robert Thomas? He just fell off. The guy was over a point a game, and where did he go? Puljujärvi. That signing might hurt. He just seems to not be able to stay healthy. Johansson's kind of having a bad year, which is good for us because we want to sign him long term. We don't want him, going terrible and going dry, but we might be able to sign him long term if he keeps that up for cheap, which would be nice because we need someone cheap right now that's going to be a stud player for us. Take it to the end of the year. And we do have a beauty of a prospect, Jagger, waiting to come up. Going to stop the simming here real quick. And we're going into Tampa Bay, 47. Can we get that 48th win? No, we cannot. But 47, 29-6, a very, very good regular season. And it looks like we're going to draw the Red Wings. And the Boston Bruins did not make the playoffs. Tough luck in Boston. Big regular season. Kind of disappointed we didn't throw a banner up in the sky at our first home opener. But It's what it is. We had a great season with 47 wins, and now we're taking on the Detroit Red Wings, who had a better season than us because they had a couple more overtime wins, because they had a couple overtime losses. So we had 47 wins, they had 46 wins. Very close series coming ahead of us, and I am looking forward to how enjoyable this series is going to be. Toronto, Detroit, who can't love it? We're going to be checking social media, so if there's anything in there, we'll answer it in our next press conference. But until then, guys, we're going to leave this press conference here. Toronto, Detroit, playoff, round 1. Can't wait.